Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the Port Charles 411. Today we're going to talk about the Netflix movie, A California Christmas.
Or Chase Walks Around with No Shirt, however you want to title that.
That's the subtitle.
There you go.
But it was written by Lauren Swickard, who is his wife.
Which I had no idea. Did you know that ahead of time?
I did, yeah.
Oh, you suck.
I'm sorry.
You're a nerd and look into that stuff. No, I did not know it until
and
it
she
came up on the screen. Yeah.
So she wrote it, she produced it. I mean, she had two other producers. But still.
Yeah. And I don't know how old she is, but she looks young to have accomplished all that and then be able to act in it on top of it. Like,
yeah.
I'm impressed.
So it's on Netflix exclusively. It was released on December 14th, and it's 106 minutes.
I thought that was perfect. It told you the whole story, but there was no dragging on, like, waiting for it to move. And I appreciated that it was on Netflix, because then I didn't have to download anything special or try to get a free subscription anywhere or whatever. Already have the Netflix.
And we were able to watch it on the Netflix. It's not Netflix Watch Party. It's Teleparty, which used to be Netflix Watch Party.
Right.
But now Teleparty, you can watch Hulu and all those different streaming.
Yes.
So good for them for saying, you know what, we are not going to just do this. And it was free.
Yeah. I was impressed.
Just need the subscription.
I was super impressed.
So that was fun.
Because I had no idea about that. We had talked about it. And then I asked my son, Matt, hey, do you have any idea? And he said, this is what I found. And, like, all the information was right there. This is how you do it. Boom, boom, done.
Very easy.
And, yeah, we, like, installed it that day. Well, I installed it that day. And it was all
I installed it ahead of time because I was trying to share the link. But you can't share the link until you're ready to start the party.
Got it.
So that was tough. But other than that, I guess we'll just give a quick summary of the movie and our reviews. We're not going to give away everything.
Right.
But if you haven't watched it, don't listen to this.
Exactly. But then go watch it and then listen
or
to it. Or
you could. And right.
No, you definitely should watch it first.
Yes. So Josh Swickard plays Joseph Van Asten, and he lives, and we're using Wikipedia, he lives a carefree life and is the son of a wealthy San Francisco real estate tycoon, his mommy. He spends much of his time womanizing and enjoying his rich lifestyle. His mom sends him to Petaluma to close a deal to buy a dairy farm that has continuously refused a buyout to purchase the land. Callie Burnett, who is played by his wife, is headstrong, and her ranch is more valuable to her than any monetary value, despite being way behind on the bills. She lives on the farm with her mother, who has cancer, and her little sister, Hannah. So then, basically, Joseph shows up. I just can't speak
I'm sorry,
today.
I didn't know what word you're trying to say there.
Going for Joseph, but I was coming out Joseph.
Okay.
So he shows up to the ranch, and there's a lot of confusion because they think that it's going to be a new ranch hand.
Manny. It's supposed to be Manny.
And then he also has, is he his butler? Is he his personal assistant?
I don't know. I felt like he was his handler at that point because he was all over the place.
It was, and I thought for a moment that Hannah was her daughter.
Yeah, that age spacing, and I whined about it during the movie. The actress that plays the mom.
Oh, yes, hold it. Let's find her because I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
The actress that plays the mom is so cute. And she used to be in a ton of Hallmarky movies. I don't know that they were actually Hallmark movies because I don't know what brand they are, but those types of movies. And she played the cute, young love interest. And now they had her as the mom, and they obviously did not have her looking her best because she was supposed to be dying of cancer. But I was so mad because I'm like, no. I remember seeing her and being like, I want to be cute like her. And now she's old enough to have this daughter that, in my mind, to take over the ranch and stuff had to be, later 20s.
So she was played by Amanda Detmer.
Okay.
She's 49.
Wow, she looks amazing for 49, even with all the crappy makeup to make her look sick. But go ahead.
And she was in the movie Saving Silverman. Oh, she was like one of the girls that was a good movie. You've probably never seen it. But it's basically Jason Biggs and Stephen Zahn and I think it was Jack Black are obsessed with Neil Diamond. And it's totally cheesy.
Okay.
But it was good. She was in Final Destination.
Okay.
She was in You, Me, and Dupree, Drop Dead Gorgeous. A lot of 90s shows. But like you said, she was, I feel like because she played our age. She's 10 years older than us.
Okay.
But she played people our age.
Yes.
So therefore, we're kind of projecting on, but I can't have a 29-year-old child.
I guess in 10 years I can. But yeah, in my mind, she's still supposed to be 32-ish. So she can't have a kid that's 25-ish. And then the other daughter that was 13-ish, I would have said.
Yeah.
So,
I would say
anyway, it didn't really have anything to do with the movie. She played her character perfectly, as did the other two women, but it kept messing with my head because I was like, no, she's not old enough to do that. But now knowing that she's 49, she looks amazing, even considering they had her with all that makeup for cancer.
Right.
So
and Josh Swickard is 28.
Okay.
So, the math kind of does fit. If she had her when she was 20.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, God.
All right. This math's hurting my head because it's making me feel old.
Back to the movie.
Yes. And seeing who we know as Chase with that woman in the beginning and just, like, done with her. Like, they're in a hotel room saying, like, too much, sorry. They're in a hotel room.
I think that's his. Oh, no. Because he gives her the breakfast menu to order anything she wants. Maybe he lives in a hotel.
I don't know. But everyone at the hotel knew him. But it was apparent from that scene that he has different women there every night. And he's just kind of like, all right, thanks for last night. Here's the breakfast menu. I'm leaving.
Order what you want.
Walks out. And she's like, call me, or says something about, like, they'll see each other again. And he's like, we'll see you later, and leaves.
Yeah.
And that was different, because Chase is so kind and loving and
the exact
sweet.
opposite of how he was with Willow.
Yeah.
Is how he is in this movie.
Exactly. So that was a little shock to
he's
the
a good
system.
actor.
He is, and I didn't expect him not to be a good actor, but for that to be the first scene, you were like, oh, he's a jerk! Like, that was totally different.
And he plays a very arrogant character, and he maintains it throughout.
Yes.
Which is, I'm really happy to see it, because remember when I told you I saw the trailer, and I was like, people are going to fall in love with him in this, and we're going to lose him.
Right.
But good for him for doing this so early into his career, like in General Hospital, because this is probably going to be very good for him to not get typecast as the romantic interest. I mean, yes, he's still playing a romantic interest in this, but he was not the nicest
sweet
guy.
Right.
He was not. He had a shirt that says, oh God, what did that shirt say?
Oh, about the 10.
You're the only 10 I see. But it said like Tennessee.
Yes.
Or something like that. It was a cheesy pickup line on a Raglan shirt.
Yeah.
But, so, yeah, he pretends to be this ranch hand, and he's talking to his butler dude.
Right.
And he's like, you have to find this Manny guy. He's like, you need me to find a guy named Manny in a town I've never been to. Sure enough, Manny's sitting right next to him.
Right.
And so he basically bribes Manny to feed him the information so that his goal is to manipulate her into signing over the ranch. And
she just got a big smile on her face, like, oh, he's so cute. In that process, he has to do a whole bunch of yucky work where he gets covered in mud and animal grossness and whatever. So he just has to keep taking his shirt off and taking showers and cleaning himself off. And
Lauren knew what she was doing when she was sharing. Although, also, you wonder how many times she's like, you know what, I'm mad at you, so I'm going to write in that you have to birth a calf.
Right, exactly.
So you have to, and you're going to have to stand in pig poo.
Yeah.
You know? But then, they had a love scene, and I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. Like, write a love scene for me and my husband? I mean,
it wasn't too much. He did,
It wasn't. It was
snap
very
her
sweet.
bra off with no
problem. Like, in 2 seconds.
Like a typical Playboy, it was off. But it didn't get too...
No, it was a sweet scene.
Yeah. It was one of those, you know what happens, but you didn't need to see everything to know what happened.
Exactly.
Scenes.
I'm just thinking, I mean, when it's real, Like, do you really want to show that? You know, it's...
But I think they probably only took it to that one step, and it was probably more difficult not to laugh. Like, we have 4,000 cameramen around us, and you just popped my bra off like it was nothing, and I'm trying to stay covered but still give this illusion,
right,
kind of thing.
Right.
Or whatever. Yeah. That's what I would think. Because she showed off how attractive he is, but she definitely played up how attractive she is, too, because I watched it with one of my guy friends, and so, of course, I was like, every time that he took his shirt off. But she was washing the car, doing something with the tires or whatever. And they were definitely playing up her assets as well. And my guy friend noticed that. So.
The thing that I liked the most was that Manny totally messed with him a lot of the times, too.
Yes.
Like, when he was giving him information, he was giving him good information. But then he gave him such bad information. Like,
those
basically,
outfits,
he had to dress like a rhinestone cowboy to go to the bar.
Those outfits were priceless, and I especially loved that the handler guys had fringe on it. It was so funny.
And they both walked in, and she's like, are the two of you together?
What are you doing? Nope, never met. We just happened to wear these outfits.
And, of course, there is a guy that she knows from her past that is kind of obsessed with her. We find out more about her past, too. I don't really want to get all into that. But
Right. It was a friend of someone she had previously been involved with, and again, won't get into all of it, but it makes sense when you watch the movie. And he felt like he needed to protect her.
Right.
And so he thought that his way of protecting meant that they needed to be together.
Right.
And she was like, yeah, no, I'm not interested. And he did not take to that too kindly.
At all.
Especially whenever she started being flirty and cute with someone else. So.
Yep.
But yeah. I don't know. It moved along nicely. The story made sense. There wasn't any part where you were like, what? No. Not that it was, like, true to life.
She did say something about, he looks like a soap star.
Right, yes. They were talking about, I guess there's a way, or at least in the movie, there's a way to find help that's kind of like the dating sites, and it has the picture and all of the stuff, like, specifically for ranches. Like, obviously, I know there's job sites. But anyway, specifically for ranch help. And so it had a picture of what the real Manny looked like, and he did not match up.
No. And he tried saying, I just shaved.
Yeah, and they're like, no.
But this also explains why Chase has been clean shaven.
Oh, yeah.
All that time.
There you go.
Yep.
See, look at you making connections I didn't make. But yeah, they're like, no, they don't look the same. And so someone says, he looks like he should be in a soap opera and not working on a ranch. That was funny.
That was.
So, and you cried at the end, just like I knew you were going to.
I didn't totally cry.
It was sweet.
But it was very, it had a surprise ending that I really was not expecting.
Yes, I liked that too, because normally, as much as I love my Hallmark movies, you know exactly how it's all going to turn out in the end. And in this case, you assumed that the ranch was going to be saved, or the farm, whatever, was going to be saved, but there was multiple different ways that could have happened. So it was nice to see that story develop and then be like, oh, okay, I wasn't sure that was the way that was going to go, kind of thing.
Right.
So yeah, I would definitely say watch it. It was a feel-good movie with a hot guy that takes his shirt off. Why wouldn't you watch it?
We need this kind of movie this year. And it's definitely... And you shared a link with me.
Apparently, everyone else loved it that's watched it also, because they're already in the works for a second one for next Christmas.
Which I think is awesome that in... Let's see.
Right,
that
2 weeks?
was published on December 23rd.
Wow.
Less than 10 days after it was released on Netflix. And it was hanging up there in the top 10 for a few days, I noticed. And then Netflix had to release more stuff, and so it gets bumped out. But, as it happens, and it says it was on Soaps in Depth, December 23rd. Congratulations to General Hospital star Josh Swickard, Chase, and his wife Lauren. Their Netflix movie, A California Christmas, has been so successful that it's already been announced that there's going to be a sequel. Complete disbelief, the actor exclaimed on Instagram. #1 on Netflix globally. Thanks to everyone who supported this little movie. Can't tell you how much it means to Lauren and me. Variety is reporting that the production company behind the film has already fast-tracked development on a sequel, which is titled California Christmas City Lights. Ooh. She's probably going to go to San Francisco.
Right.
Uh-oh. Filming is expected to begin in early 2021, and the movie will again star Swickard and his real-life spouse as Joseph and Callie, as well as other familiar faces from the original movie. Lauren is once again scripting, and the sequel will see her character adjusting to her beau's big city lifestyle.
Yay, I can't wait.
Fun. So I guess that'll be next Christmas.
There you go. Look out for next year's 411, all about the sequel.
Yep.
I
hope that gave like a good little taste of...
Right, I don't want to say too much.
Yeah. Although, I want to know how much Josh Swickard likes wine.
I don't know.
Because there seems to be a running theme.
Yes.
Between he really likes it in this movie, and he also, he and Willow used to go to the wine guy.
Yeah.
So, he should make his own wine.
He should. We would buy too much of it.
We would totally go out there for a vineyard tour.
We would need to ask him to sponsor the podcast because we would be spending too much money and endorsing it every week. We're sitting here drinking some of Josh's wine.
Yum. That's what I'll say yum to, is the wine. I'm not saying that I don't appreciate his toplessness, but it's definitely very good. And there was something that, I can't remember, but there was something that happened during it, and I was laughing, and my husband was like, what the heck? Maybe it was the soap star comment. I don't know. I washed it by myself while I was folding laundry, too.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know.
It was so cute.
It was.
I really was impressed. Like, I was not...
What were you expecting?
I wasn't expecting it to be bad, but I was expecting it to be the same old storyline. They're going to meet, they're going to fall in love, they're going to get married, his money is going to save the ranch. I don't know. Just the same Hallmarky story.
All your preconceived notions out the window?
Yeah. It had its own storyline that held up. And like I said, there was multiple ways it could have gone. You knew it was going to get saved, but there was multiple ways of how that was going to happen.
Right.
So I was happy that it worked out the way that it did.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I thought, there was one thing that I thought was going to happen that didn't. Because also, didn't mention it in the review, her dad had passed away.
Yes.
And there was something of significant value that was his that...
Yes. You thought
Joseph,
was going to get sold.
I thought that was going to be...
Right.
What happened. So
I'm glad they didn't sell it, though.
Yeah. Aww, yeah. Okay. So, we hope that you enjoyed A California Christmas. And make sure to go onto our social media and share with us what your favorite moments of 2020 and your hopes for 2021 for General Hospital. We'll be recording that for next week, but I guess have a happy new year.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And join us on Monday as we talk about this week's episodes, which again, we are missing Friday because of sports.
Right. So have a good weekend.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.